Hi guys, I'm Nagadir-chan, and this is a review for Babylon anime from fall 2019, episode 1, 2, and 3. So I should probably start with the most apparent thing, and that's cinematography of this anime, which is phenomenal. And when I say phenomenal, I mean phenomenal. Like, just imagine some really high class, great cinematography, like well done movie in Hollywood, and you basically have Babylon. It's like, I haven't watched that much movie by Stanley Kubrick, but I've seen some scenes, and yeah, there is a lot of in Babylon like similarities. Like, if something is happening, they show it specifically and like do specific kind of camera work or change aspect ratio, so it makes the scene more impactful, which is like amazing. It's not the most important thing in an anime, but when it happens it makes everything feel way more better. So I'm really glad for that. It's like so amazing to look at, and they use different camera angles and like I said, different aspect ratios, and sometimes they change coloring a little bit, like for some specific scenes, and the animation is very fluid. The art is very smooth and like clean, and it's really like great to look at. It's just so perfect to look at. And sound is really good, and they know when to stop with the sound, like suddenly, and when to start. Like I said, they just know how to make things impactful, and it's very important, especially in a thriller anime. And like this show really feels like a high budget TV show, like investigation, police kind of drama TV show, or like Hollywood movie. And I do really love it because I don't remember watching something like that, because there were anime I watched which had like really great direction of scenes and the camera work, angling, blah blah blah. I think The Promised Neverland I'm watching right now, though I don't have a time for that much, is doing some great camera work. Steins Gate did that too, Bakemonogatari and such, but it's not that much. Like, but here it's quite a lot. They just know how to do it, and I love it. It doesn't happen much, but I love it. Oh, so every scenes are presented in a way they should be presented to make you feel a certain way. And I love that. That's important. Sound, music is great, like I said. It just knows what it's doing, which is great. Seiyu, voice actors, feels very natural, which is amazing. Characters feels extremely natural too, like they're very realistic, and I love that. I should probably start with a story and then go back to certain characters. So story starts with like this is not cops, they are lawyers, if I remember correctly, law enforcement something, prosecutors. So I don't know how it goes in Japan. How is it in laws? I know they have kind of different law about these kind of things than in West, so okay. And they're like taking care of some pharma problem when they were like releasing some kind of what it was drug which wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. But then it gets way more complicated. They find this kind of document where there's a blood on it and hair, and it has certain DNA, so they're going to find that person, but he's dead because he committed suicide. So they're investigating. They learn that the guy is like assistant or another guy who is trying to because there is election for this new city I was talking about, and there are certain like people who is trying to be in election and they're trying to get elected. Don't know how exact words in English. So this guy like is trying to get elected as a mayor of that city, and the dead guy who committed suicide was his assistant. So that's fishy, right? So when main characters are investigating that, and then it gets way more like crazier and complicated, because when things get political, it's extremely complicated and dangerous. You know what I mean? It's very dangerous when things get political. So they're investigating that, and I kind of love that, because these investigation TV crime shows, like, I do really enjoy them. So it has a lot of aspects here, of like these aspects here. So they're investigating, and crap goes down. And at the end of the first episode, yikes. That was unexpected, like really unexpected. And from that point I went to, because first episode is kind of slow, but next two episodes are like crazy. Even in the first episode there is not that much like cinematography aspects, but in like two another ones it's like just goes crazy with that. So spoilers, Fumio, who is another MC, commits suicide at the end of the first episode, and like you're, what the hell, was it killed? Was it murder? Was it suicide? What the hell is happening? So in the second episode, the main character, sadly only one, Fumio was such a good guy, and he died so suddenly, which usually that's very realistic. So Seizaki, I think is his name, is like investigating that, and there's like some suspicious woman he's finding out about that probably politics are involved, and it's crazy and just crazy. Then he finds out that well, at the end of the third episode everything is just kind of thrown away, because we actually realized that everything was set up, that election was totally rigged because they already choose like candidate. Then and it was all because of some great law for humanity, some revolutionary thing, which is death is your right. If you want to die, you can die. That's so fucked up, especially with the presentation, which was in the third episode, that this new mayor who was elected, kind of young looking, cool looking guy, was like having speech on a TV on a high building, on a screen on a high building, and he was like talking like everything is awesome, and they have this revolutionary thing when death is your right, and you can die whatever you want, and how peacefully, because they back to that pharma, they made like special pills which can kill you peacefully. So that's crazy. And to like make it more impactful, his speech, on the roof on that building there were people, and they just jumped down. And just the main fact was that they looked very happy about it. This third episode was so freaking fucked up, and I love it. And the problem is that whether you agree or not agree that people has right to die, it can be very dangerous, especially with a drug. But my problem is that all these people who committed suicide, even that mass suicide at the end of the third episode, they kind of didn't do it willingly, because all the suicide in these first three episodes were initiated by mysterious woman, which was interrogated in the second episode. By the way, that interrogation scene is one of the best scenes I ever saw. especially because crazy direction, cinematography kind of shtick going on there. That was really cool. Definitely go watch it. It's amazing. And while interrogation, she was mind fucking the main character. She asked him some deep philosophical questions, and you're like, okay, this is crazy. And she's very good at manipulation. Very good at manipulation. Also, she's very good at masking herself as different people, like women. She kind of changes completely. So I don't know if it is like very good masking or some supernatural thing. But she's very good at psychology. And my guess is that she just manipulated people into thinking that living is not worth anymore because she was very good at mind fucking. And that kinda is like those people who committed suicide are not doing it because they want, but because you kinda might fuck them into it. And that's not right. That woman is very creepy and I love it. I kinda hate her for what she is doing because, like, this whole thing they're trying to make this revolutionary thing, like, that is your choice. If you want, go for it, but also they're manipulating people into it, which is wrong. And I hate that bitch because what she's doing, but I love that bitch because she's such a great woman. So I love to hate her, and that is good. So that's crazy and fucked up and amazing. I do really love it. Yeah. She's so creepy. Like when there was that interrogation scene, I was like, everything in that interrogation scene makes you feel extremely creepy about her, and I love that. That was so unsettling, and she's so unsettling, and I just want to know how this will end up because this thing is kind of very huge and crazy and totally messed up, and they're like going for that. I mean, and that poor Seizaki main character guy is like, these politicians are doing a lot of fucked up shit, and they're like not abounding law, and I should like not look into it and like be okay with that. That's really crazy when you think about it. So I don't know where this will go because it's crazy. What main character can do about this? I mean, there is this crazy woman, which is very good at manipulation, and she knows a lot about him now because she asked him questions and he answered her. And she can just go to his home and manipulate his wife into killing herself, which is creepy, or his friends, or him either too. I hope he won't die at the end because that would make me mad. So wow, this picked up pretty well. Yeah, I love it. I do really love it. It's amazing. It's just kind of slowish, but that it's kind of like graduating very well, and the presentation of everything is really great. So characters are amazing, visually it's great, sound is great, story is just mind-blowing because of philosophical elements, psychological elements, all the messed up crap going on. Jesus Christ, I'm enjoying that. Yeah. It's like one hell of a great Hollywood movie or high budget TV show. So I'm for it, and I really like recommend that. Go and watch it, it's amazing. I'm giving it 8 out of 10, and it's just 3 episodes. I can't imagine where it will go, what will happen. I feel like this is extremely dangerous game, and I love it. I'm thrilled. Like, I don't think I was this thrilled for a very long time. Jesus. I love it. I love it. Can't wait for more, but now I guess we will be waiting for a very quite long time before next episode because they released 3 episodes at once. So yeah, I think this is all because I'm talking too much right now. It's just amazing. Everything about this anime, from what I've seen in 3 episodes, is amazing. Go and watch it. And that's all. Goodbye and see you next time.